Everyone waits for January 1st to try and become a new person. But what if I told you that that person you want to be is already waiting for you? And what if you can meet them before the year even ends? Imagine this. It's December 31st, and instead of making promises about who you will become next year, you're celebrating who you've already become. Instead of hoping for change, you're living the change. Instead of a list of things you want to do, you have a list of things you have already done. This is the Great Lock-In, and it's how you can completely transform your life in the last 90 to 121 days of the year. While everyone is waiting for permission from a calendar date, you're going to be the person you've always wanted to be. And here's the best part. You're going to do it when no one is watching, when no one's competing with you, and when the world is winding down. That's when real transformation happens. Hear me out. We all know the feeling. The year starts winding down, the days get shorter, and we tell ourselves, I'll start fresh in January. We put our evolution on hold, pinning all our hopes on one single day, as if flipping the calendar page is something of a magic trick. But here's what I've learned. The magic isn't in the date, it's in the decision. The best time to change isn't when everyone else is doing it, it's when you decide you're ready. And if you're watching this video, you're ready right now. So let's talk about how to make these last few months the most transformative period of your entire year. So what exactly is the Great Lock-In? Think of it as your personal evolution season, a focused, intentional mission from September 1st to December 31st. It's a 121-day commitment where you finally show up for yourself. You cut out all the noise and dedicate this last stretch of the year to real, meaningful growth. This isn't about the frantic pressure cooker energy of New Year's resolutions that are usually dead by February. This is different. This is about building momentum when everyone else is slowing down. Think about the natural rhythm of this time of year. As the world slows down and retreats, it creates the perfect space for us to turn inward. There's a psychological edge to finishing the year strong. Instead of coasting to the finish line, you're picking up speed. So when January 1st finally arrives, you're not starting from a dead stop. You're already flying. You're not just ready for the new year. The new year has to be ready for you. This is your chance to rewrite the ending. For most people, the end of the year is tinged with regrets for all the things they didn't do. But you're going to use this time to create a powerful, positive ending to your year's story. And that completely changes how you remember the entire year and what you believe is possible for the next one. The first and most important rule of the Great Lock-In is this: practice consistency, but drop judgment. And I need you to really hear this, because so many of us get thrown off course by this all or nothing mindset. We have one bad day, miss one workout, eat one piece of cake, and we declare the whole thing a failure. We have to stop doing that. During this lock-in, your only job is to show up. That's it. To make this feel not just possible, but easy, I want you to use a tiered system for your goals. Whatever you're aiming for, fitness, a creative project, learning a skill, set 3 different targets. First, your minimum target. This is the absolute bare minimum. It's so easy you can't possibly say no. If your goal is to write a book, the minimum is 1 sentence. If you want to work out, the minimum is, hey, just putting on your workout clothes. Now, for most of you watching, I know this is nothing for you, but the point I'm trying to get across is how we master the art of showing up. Number 2, your goal target. This is what you're aiming for on a pretty good day. Maybe that's riding for 30 minutes or finishing a full workout. And number 3, your stretch target, or I like to call this your over goal. This is for the days you feel incredible and full of energy. This is your let's see what I'm capable of target. This system is designed so you can't lose, because even on your absolute worst day, you can hit that minimum target. And that tiny action sends a message to your brain that I am still in this, and I'm someone who keeps their promises to themselves. Progress is progress, no matter how small it looks. It's the daily, consistent steps that adds up to the transformation so big, you won't even recognize yourself. Remember, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about getting back on track even when you don't feel like it. If this idea of being consistent without beating yourself up sounds freeing and you're ready to break that cycle of perfectionism, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're going to walk through this journey together and I want you to be part of it. The second rule of the Great Lock-In is that self-care and rest aren't rewards you earn. They're part of the work. And I know this goes against everything our culture teaches us. Our culture worships burnout. But here's the truth. You can't sprint for 121 days. This is a lifestyle change, not a race. During this lock-in, schedule your rest with the same seriousness you schedule your work. Literally put it in your calendar. Block out time for that hobby you love, for long walks, hell, for doing absolutely nothing. These aren't distractions from your goals. They are the fuel you need to reach them. Rest is a form of productivity. It refills your tank mentally, emotionally, physically, so you can come back to your work with more focus and creativity. Think about it this way. A high-performance car has to make pit stops. It needs fuel, new tires, maintenance. It doesn't just run until it breaks down on the side of the road. And you are that high-performance vehicle. Trying to hit huge goals without planning for rest is like trying to drive across the country on one tank of gas. It's not a question of if you'll burn out, but when. So find joy in the process. The point of the Great Lock-In isn't to just crawl across the finish line on December 31st, all exhausted and depleted. It's to arrive renewed, energized, and deeply connected to a version of yourself who knows how to work hard and rest well. And the final rule is maybe the most liberating of them all. To build a new life, you have to be willing to let go of what's holding you back in the old one. The Great Lock-In is just as much about what you stop doing as it is about what you start doing. This is a season of choosing yourself without apology. This is your official permission to shed whatever no longer serves you. This could be a draining friendship, a habit that undoes all your hard work, or a commitment you only said yes because of guilt. As you focus inward, you have to protect your energy, your mind, and your heart like a fortress. And that means creating and defending your boundaries. Saying no can be one of the greatest acts of self-love. It might feel weird or uncomfortable at first, but every time you say no to something that drains you, you're saying a huge yes to your own goals, your own peace, in your future. Think of yourself as a sculpture. To create a masterpiece, you have to chip away all the pieces of stone that aren't part of the sculpture. This isn't an act of destruction, it's an act of creation. During this lock-in, you have the chance to lovingly release and create space for something better to grow. But here's the thing, knowing isn't enough. You have to act. Now, I want you to imagine something. It's the evening of December 31st. The year is ending, and instead of feeling that familiar dread or scrambling to make up resolutions you don't even care about, you feel a deep sense of peace. You look back at the last 90 to 120 days or so, and you see a different person, someone who showed up, someone who was consistent, who rested, who let go of what was heavy, and who was walking into the new year already living the life they used to dream about. That reality isn't just possible, it's waiting for you. The Great Lock-In isn't just a challenge, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to prove to yourself that you have the power to change your life at any moment you decide to. And that moment is now.